All right, here we are. This is Leland Best out at BCB Live, and we are going to take a quick walkthrough and demo of Smiletime.com. So stick around. Well, here we are over at the Smiletime.com website, and as you can see, they have a little example of what's available on Smiletime, along with a download at the App Store. They have some noted posts here on their blog about jobs, where you can find this, where you can find that, so make sure you check that out. We're going to log in using Facebook. It's the only way you can get into Smiletime. And when you're here, what you'll find is all of the existing broadcast shows that are available online. Now, they have a 24/7 room known as Room 1.0. So that's one of the first things you'll see right off the bat when it comes to where the broadcasts are being done. These little icons show that the broadcast is live and available, so that you can simply pick on the icon and walk your way into the broadcast. Now from here you'll see the display of the room along with people chatting in the chat section. There is not only the chat, but there are trending tags. There is also a community of people who are either following you or are part of your show. From there you can make friends by connecting to their avatar and simply inviting them into the room if you'd like also, but for now, let's just head back. I'm going to go over the fine details here. This is the menu bar. You can come over here and you'll see the show channels that I have established out here. I have 5 of them out here on Smiletime for different purposes, such as BCB Live and Across the Pond that I do with Stephen Healy. So here you'll be able to see the interface that's used. Now the reason the color bars show up is because my camera was not on when I came in, so I'm going to drag that off the stage, and I'm just going to give you an example of what it takes to run a broadcast while you're live on Smiletime. And share the broadcast out to Facebook and Twitter when you need to. So you simply have to pick on the little icon at the top, log into your accounts, and you can change the text that's put on here by Smiletime automatically. If you don't like that as you can make that whatever you'd like, and then simply hit share. That'll send it out to your profile out on Facebook or wherever you'd like to send that, maybe a page for your business. And same thing with Twitter. You simply log in, it pre-fills the form, and you can share that out to let people come to your broadcast. Here's where you'll find the number of people that are watching your show currently. Right now it's only 1, that's me. We can change the name at any time of the broadcast channel that we're using. We can also add a description at any time if we'd like. And from there, I'm going to actually modify this one to be what it should be, Across the Pond Live. And then 2 blokes on a stump, wasn't really my favorite. I'd rather probably say something different. So what I think I'll do is I'll just, 2 blokes that are too far away to reach each other or something. I don't know. Besides that, you can actually add a full description. Some graphics can also be added for your show background, which you saw for the Room 1.0. If you do hit change, it's going to delete the existing graphic immediately, and then you can choose a file that you can upload, and they show here the size of the upload that they prefer. So also under those settings, you just simply click on choose file, grab a graphic from somewhere on your hard drive, and that will get uploaded into the system so that it can be used for a display. I mean, this could be, a share my broadcast on Facebook, or it could be a representation of your business. It could be a picture of yourself or a book you're trying to sell, whatever it might be. So think outside the box when it comes to putting graphics on Smiletime. That way you get better audience appeal, and it allows you to really stand out from the crowd when it comes to the broadcasting arena. So once we get these set, I'm just making sure that my graphics are true to the way they were before, since I removed them accidentally. And then we can save the settings, and that will maintain the channel graphic for us. Now you can see here there are different layouts for a show. So one thing we need to consider is, how do we want our show to look? Do we want it to be one big screen with 3 little screens, or do we want to go with a side-by-side layout, which I have currently? Now to change these, you simply pick on the icon and click, and the windows will move automatically. So you can see here also, if I click on a comment, I can drag that up into the screen and make that part of the show. Now the stage is a little unique. It's simply drag and drop interface, where you take graphics and drop them into different sections within the stage, or you drag them up onto the trash can to remove them completely from the stage, and that way you can add other graphics or features or cameras. There's a polling feature where when people click on the image on the screen, it will up the percentages for those that they feel should be top of the line, or however you want to do a poll, whether it's you agree or don't agree, or if there's something you want to vote on. So if we switch these layouts, you can see that they're configured differently for different reasons, and each of these has a purpose one way or another, depending on the type of show you want to do. If you're doing interviews, I would probably highly recommend you use the side-by-side, which gives a very up-close and personal look at who your guest is, and it also allows you to look somewhat similar to those broadcasts that you see in network news. So that's for the layouts. Now the palette here is where you'll add media, such as the pictures I have of Steven, or perhaps my own image. I'm going to have to go find one, so this is going to take a minute. I don't remember where my image was, so if I have to, I'll pause this video here while I find one, and then I'll come back and throw the graphic in at the end. So give me just a moment. Okay, we'll take a graphic here from the computer, pop that back into the setup, and that will bring us back to where we were when we started. So now that image is here, I simply drag it over onto the stage, and we now have the configuration that we expected. If you want the viewers to be able to see you in full screen, you simply drag them up into the stage portion that allows for the blow-up view. Okay, from there you can add hashtag references, whether it be your own. You simply drag these over, drop them on the stage, and they will show up as an attachment. And you can go with the trending hashtags out on Twitter if you'd like. You can also add cameras, like I mentioned, so you can have up to 3 guests here, 4 actually, in room 1.0. Now this invite guest to Smiletime, this is a VIP link that you can send to anyone so that they can instantly be brought over to Smiletime from wherever they're at and into the show as part of your palette. Now if you want to just have people come to the broadcast, you would use the share at the top of the page. So don't confuse this with any other type of link. This link is for your guest in particular, and that will bring them directly into your palette, which would put them into your show as soon as possible. Okay, just wanted to give you an idea what that does. So if I come in here, I use that link, I drop it in. So if I was the guest that received this VIP link, I would be directed immediately over to Smiletime and brought right into the palette like you see here. Now what this is going to do to me on my side, being on Smiletime in another broadcast currently, it's going to knock me out of the broadcast. So keep that in mind if you ever are testing out here. Anytime you put a link into a different channel on Smiletime, you will be removed from the channel you were in presently. So just bear that in mind. I'm going to drag this camera off the stage. You can see here some of the people are present in the room and they don't have the Facebook logo. Now I'm going to leave the queue here, which took me out of the palette, and back to my channel where I was at. You can see that I was logged out by Smiletime because I was in another Smilecast, they call it. So I have to refresh the browser. Once I do so, I'll be brought back into the show, and by being here, I can now go back to the chat portion, make sure my cameras are all set up properly, and I can bring guests into the show from here. Now, like I mentioned, you can see everybody that's here on Facebook, which means they're actually commenting on the post that is broadcasting through Facebook Live. Now I can pick out any of these that are here in the room and see whether I want to invite them or follow them. There are 2 choices there. You can see how many followers they have and how many people they're following. And then another feature down here in the chat is the GIF, or the GIF, I'm sorry, this is the GIF generator. You can come in here and type a topic and you can drop in GIFs anytime you'd like, and this allows you to kind of play in with the show and become part of the entertainment portion from the chat room. Now these can be dragged over from the chat into the chat spotlights by simply clicking on them. They're upvoted. And then you can even drag these graphics right onto the screen with you. So if there's something amusing that you want to share with your guests or your viewers, feel free to just drag those right onto the stage. You can go live from here with one button. You will be logged into your account if you're not already, and you'll be able to have access to all your broadcast pages or any of the business pages. And currently, Smiletime does not broadcast to a group. I'm sure at some time it will. You will not stream live to Facebook if you don't select the button to do so, and I recommend to everybody to just do the beta record, which isn't currently a VOD or video on demand that's being utilized, but they are recording these. Now this allows you to copy the channel URL so that people can find you. If you want to do a separate post on Facebook or Twitter or what have you, that allows you to share that. Now you have to wait 10 seconds. It used to be 12, I think it's 10 now, where it counts you in, and then at that time your broadcast is immediately live out on Facebook. So once that bar turns green and says just a sec and converts you over to the actual display of the show, you'll see the live buttons on both sides of the screen, and that tells you that you are live on Facebook. So make sure you do your job. And here, if you go offline Before you do, you'll see an image of what people actually are seeing out on Facebook Live. And I'm going to go offline because this broadcast isn't currently in production. I just want to use this for a test. Now, the other things that are available also in the settings, at some point, they're looking at having authorized content creators that can help work a broadcast with you. Maybe they're moderating the chat. Maybe they're helping bring in guests. I'm not sure when this is going to be implemented, but we hope soon. And here again, I'm just going back through the fact that you can change the titles of these anytime you like, on the fly, before a broadcast, during a broadcast, whichever it might be. And this could also help you to establish topics of discussion while you're live. And if you decide to change topics, you could simply change the show title and description and then go over and reshare that out to a social media site so that people can see what your discussion is about. Okay, other than that, there's just a few things I want to cover real quick before we leave Smiletime, and that is, if you need help, there is access to their support system. You can either go to their troubleshooting for the WebRTC aspects, or you can go to their support channel, which allows you immediate direct contact with some of the folks who are over there on the technical support end of things. So simply type in your question, wait for an answer. Sometimes it's immediate, sometimes it takes them a few minutes to respond. Just hold tight. And when they do, they can normally come over to your channel and help you with any problems that you might be experiencing during a broadcast. Please invite your guests to the broadcast at least 10 minutes, maybe 15 before the show starts, so that you can customize, get things ready, get them comfortable, do the mic tests, do the video tests, and make sure everything's functioning properly before you go live. Another thing here, just to do a quick GIF example, like I said, type in a topic of discussion, and we'll just simply say goodbye to Smiletime for the day. Just some other things to cover real quick. An example of some of the other branding that I've done. I have links to sign-up forms so that people can come over and simply find out more about me by becoming part of my mailing list. And other ways, there is a business page here for my BCB live training. And then I also have one for Leland Best Live. And if you'd like to create a new show, simply come over here and click on Create New Show. First thing you'll do is enter the name of your show. Well, here I'm going to plug in the URL, which is actually going to be nothing. So it will be smiletime.com/channel/nothing. And then the title of the show, and then I'm just going to kind of write a brief description of what that show might be about. And we'll make something of it. Okay, and then you just simply hit Create Show, and that will create your new channel, which will be designated as www.smiletime.com/channel and the name that you chose in the URL, and that will do it. And then you can go to the settings wheel, as you see up in the upper right corner, and customize the channel with graphics, change the title if you need to, or the description, or anything that you weren't happy with when you first created the show. Let's see what else we can do here while we're on Smiletime. Let me just get this window out of the way. Seems like it doesn't want to create a show for me today, or I would have created another channel. Maybe they did set a limit recently to 5 or 6 channels, and I'm not aware of that, but we'll find out as soon as I get off this video. I'll go find out what's going on over at Smiletime with regards to channels. I know, as far as I was told, you could create as many channels as you like on Smiletime. So we'll figure out what's going on over there in the next video. Alright, and as you can see, this description can be as big as you'd like it to be, and then you can change these settings at any time. This is what is known as a private channel. I call this my BCB Live VIP channel, which is an unknown link that you won't be able to see because I'm going to blur it out during the video, because this is a link I only give to people that I want private access with, and that will not be viewable on Facebook Live at all. Okay, if you want to reach their blog and their About Us, everything else is down here at the bottom of the screen. Be aware that if you're on a smaller laptop with a lower resolution, you won't necessarily see those links at the bottom, so you may need to reduce the size of your screen slightly so that you can see, and you can do that with a Control Plus or Control Minus to either magnify in or out on your screen. And sometimes I've seen on older laptops that you won't be able to see these links. So as far as the About Us, Alex Krugloff, who was the former head of content acquisition over at Hulu, is the co-founder and CEO, along with Sharon Chang, who is the CCO. And then we have some of the other folks like Alex J. or Alex Jacques. Rory Randall, one of the tech guys I see a lot. Allegra, who is their Director of Business Development for Creator Success. Matt Nemi, Matt Shepard, Aaron Washington, Brandon, George, Jace, all these folks out there at Smiletime. Wonderful people. So if you ever want to get a hold of them, simply contact them via support@smiletime.com, and I'm sure they'll be able to answer any questions you have about the platform. All right, moving on. Back to the main page. Just so you know, they have also their terms. If you need to check out what the terms of use are, you can come over here. They just recently updated this last summer, and it gives you basically everything you need to know about the content that you create on Smiletime, which will be free, by the way, for life, according to Alex. And I have a video that I'm going to throw in here to show and quote him. So here he is, Alex Krugloff, telling you he will never charge for Smiletime access. Go, Alex.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. So Dave's question, what was your question again?
Well, my worry is, as much as I love free stuff, I hate to build on a platform that's not charging money because, you can't buy groceries with a smile. And so we've already killed, us that like to do shows have already killed Blab, and we've killed Fire Talk now. And I'm like, well, we could come over here, and then you go, oh my God, look at all this bandwidth. And then you die.
So let me just, I want to be on record and be very clear with you and anybody else who's watching. So we will never charge creators to use our platform. That is not a part of our business model, and there will never be a time when we will charge creators like yourselves to use the platform. There are big media companies that have been using Smiletime for quite a while, and there's some customization features and other things that we've built with them where they've paid us, but we will never charge creators to use our ecosystem. What we want is for creators to make money by using our ecosystem. So we're launching multiple tools in the coming weeks and months that will allow you, David, and others to make money, and then we will take a cut of the money you make.
Okay, that's about all I have for you today, and I just wanted you guys to get a good idea of how this functions. You can see here's where I was on my BCB live channel for a short period of time. It ended up at the top of the screen to show people there's activity in that room. It doesn't show a live icon, so it's obviously not a live broadcast. And then if you also want to check out the latest updates, right there on the front page is a link to their Medium blog, which gives you any of the recent changes that have been made over at Smiletime. So be sure to check that out. We're really anticipating seeing their VOD platform come into existence, which is the video on demand where recordings will be stored by Smiletime for you to go back to in archive and also share with your viewers. Now here over in the room 1.0, let's give one more shot of this. I'm going to go on camera just momentarily. So it's going to connect to my camera feed. Now we haven't had much problem with Smiletime using both regular camera, webcam connections, and virtual cameras, such as those used with Wirecast, vMix, Manicam. I know there's been an issue every now and then. We run into a snag with Manicam users, but for the most part, here you see me on camera using just my camera. I'm not using vMix or any type of other outside feed, but it simply brought me in at a lower resolution because there will be more people in this feed than normally. Usually there's only 4. This particular room 0.0 allows for an extra individual, so there can be 5 in this room according to what I see. And the screen kind of shifts automatically. There's no control over the actual stage like you would see. You can leave at any time and join at any time, and that allows you to become part of the ambiance of smiletime.com. All right, back to the menu once again. Just so you can see the different types of ways you can browse shows, you can either go with the main theme, which is simply those that are most active and those who are active currently, or you can head over and check out other types alphabetically or by those you follow. So there you have it. This has been my run through of Smiletime.com, and if you have any questions or need any other information regarding the platform, please feel free to get in touch with me over at bcblive.com, or you can find me at Facebook over at Leela Best Live. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next video. Take care and have a great afternoon. For more tutorials like this one, be sure to subscribe to this channel.